well, anyway, I'm going to do some of this in the recap. But Jimmy Carter wrote a book, Peace, Not Apartheid. He addressed this years ago. The copyright on my book is 2016, but I really believe that he wrote it before then because I'd heard about it. But anyway, 2016, been out for a while. Certainly, that is his opinion. I talked to you in previous videos and talked about I had professors, Cincinnati Christian University, that would go to the Holy Land every year. They stayed on the Palestinian side. They refused to stay on on Israel's side because of how Israel was treating Palestine. And they didn't want to give them any money, any support. Now, these guys are more conservative. They created conservatism as far as I'm concerned. But they're also Christians, and they understand the difference between right and wrong. And they refuse to be a party to what was going on with these precious people. Benjamin Netanyahu ran his campaign. He said he does not want a two-state solution. He doesn't want the kind of peace that the rest of us have been talking about. That's not what he's after. Now let me show you what I've showed you before. What his leaders think. I want you to first of all know exactly where this came from. All right? Navarra Media. And here are these are snapshots I took from an actual interview because I told you they try to control the media. So they send out surrogates to CNN and MSNBC. They send out to surrogates in Europe and here to try to sell, and it's blatantly obvious, but try to sell that what Israel is doing is justified. Sure, what happened on October 7th was wrong. Any murder is wrong. But where did that come from? Why did they do that? Because of thinking like this. We all have one common goal: erasing the Gaza Strip from the face of the earth. That's a leader. And the cockamamie answer that this surrogate gave was just, really? You can see there who they are, but this one, I definitely want you to see that this is the president. Israel has a prime minister and a president. The president says it's an entire nation out there that's responsible. Women, children, people that are in hospitals. The entire nation is responsible for October the 7th. So therefore, they all deserve to die. Now, I saw a number, and I've seen a couple, that we are up to 28,000 men, women, and children that have been killed. The part of that bothers me is that Hamas only has 30,000 members, 30,000 soldiers. What are you doing? It's genocide. It's genocide. We are now actually rolling out the Gaza Nakba, the catastrophe. He said that out of his mouth. What we did to them, 1947, 1948, and I mean, we're talking about people being slaughtered and buried. We're talking about executions. We're talking about not just them being displaced. We're talking about murders and atrocities and rapes and all of that kind of stuff on a scale that doesn't even compare to October 7th. And this cat is saying we're rolling, and they are. That's the thing, and they are. They are doing it again. With all of the modern media that we have, with all of that in place, they are doing it again. This is what's going on. They tell these people to leave northern Gaza. They're killing them as they go. Refugee camps. They're bombing refugee camps. They're bombing hospitals because they're saying that Hamas is in the basement. Okay, then strategically go in and get them out. Why are you bombing units that have babies? Why are you bombing sick people with cancer? Why destroy entire hospitals? Because you say somebody's in the basement, and there have been situations where they get there, nobody was in the basement. Killed all those people for nothing. Why? Because it is genocide.